If you are looking for a new Prebuilt PC, right now is an amazing time to buy one because there are some huge discounts in the market, and also you will see some of the best deals I've ever seen. I will go over every budget and every resolution, 1080p, 1440p or 4K. So you will have everything in this video and more, and I will also explain to you the level of performance that you will get with each system. That way, if you decide to buy one of these, you know the performance that you are going to get. All the links to these Prebuilt PCs will be down below in the video description. With that being said, let's start. With the first one, we have the HP Victus 15L. This one is going for under $1,000, actually $900 at the moment, and it comes with the i7 13700 and the RTX 3060. It also comes with 16 gigs of RAM, a 1TB hard drive, and 500 gigs of SSD. This system is going for a $500 discount, which is a lot of money, and you will be able to play at 1080p ultra settings in high demanding titles, 80 plus FPS on average, and you can also start playing at 1440p 60 plus FPS on average, high to ultra settings, high demanding titles, but of course it will depend on the exact title and the settings that you are going to use. If you want to play esports titles, because you get that i7 13700, you will be able to achieve over 300 FPS on average at 1080p competitive settings in games like CS2, Valorant, Fortnite, and in most cases you will be able to average even over 400 FPS. So if you want to buy a 1080p 360Hz monitor and start competing, this system is amazing, and honestly for under $1,000 you are getting very good components. Also, since you get that i7, it will be very decent for content creation, even though if you are a professional content creator on a budget, I would recommend you upgrading the RAM to at least 32 gigs of RAM, which is a very easy upgrade to make. But if you are just going to do gaming on a budget, 16 gigs is going to be completely fine. So 80 plus FPS on average in high demanding titles, more than 400 FPS in most cases in esports shooters, and you can expect a nice 1440p gaming experience since you also have 12 gigs of VRAM on your graphics card. In my opinion, this one is the best deal for under $1,000 at the moment. Moving up a tier, we have the Skytech Archangel 4, and in my opinion this is one of the best price to performance gaming PCs out there. This is more for 1440p resolution because you get the RTX 4070 for the GPU instead of the RTX 3060, which is more of a 1080p gaming graphics card, and here you get a Ryzen 5 5600X. With this system, you can expect over 145 FPS on average at 1080p ultra settings in high demanding titles, as you can see on this test from TechSpot, which by the way, the games that are being tested here are high demanding titles on high to ultra settings, so you can expect even higher frame rates depending on the games that you play. And also at 1440p you can expect over 100 FPS, which is a great number considering you are spending around $1,200 if you get it on a discount. It used to be $1,440, so you get a $200 discount and you are getting great price to performance. And let me tell you why. I tried to make this exact Prebuilt PC and made a list of the components, and the total price was around $1,100. So if you decide to make this PC yourself, you are only going to be saving $100, but of course you have to build it yourself. Here you get a Prebuilt PC and you get a 1-year warranty on the entire system, where if you build a PC yourself, yes, you may get a warranty on components, but you have to find out which component is failing for you to replace it. Here they will replace the entire system if something is failing, and also they have a lifetime technical support, which I really value when buying a gaming PC. So if you want to play at 1440p high to ultra settings, you can also buy a 240Hz 1440p monitor if you want to, alongside this system. Moving up a tier, once again we have the Blaze 4 Mini, once again from Skytech. I think this is an amazing company with great deals at the moment, and this one has the Ryzen 7 5700 for the CPU alongside the RTX 4070 Super for the GPU. The RTX 4070 Super is about 15 to 20% faster than the RTX 4070 non-super, and here you also get 32 gigs of RAM, which is going to be great if you want to do streaming, content creation or productivity work. This PC is going for $1,430, and once again this is a 1440p gaming PC, but of course you will be getting higher frame rates than the one before. And since you get a better CPU, if you are going to play high CPU demanding titles, then you can expect even higher performance. On top of that, the 4070 Super is also capable of 4K resolution, 60 plus FPS on average depending on the game and settings, and you can also turn DLSS at 4K, which is the Nvidia upscaler, and in that case you will be able to average around 75 to 80 FPS at 4K resolution, high to ultra settings with no issues. But once again, I want to make this clear, it depends on the title. In my opinion, this is the best gaming PC overall in this entire video because it's not the most expensive one, and it's also the one that is going to give you the best amount of performance for the cheapest price. With the next one, we have one from Amazon, and this one is the Elite Ultra Gaming Desktop. It comes with the Ryzen 7 7800X3D, which is the fastest CPU in the market for gaming. You get 32 gigs, but this time DDR5 memory, and you get the RTX 4070 Ti Super. The 4070 Ti Super is faster than the 4070 Super, and most importantly, it comes with 16 gigs of VRAM instead of 12, which if you are new to beginners, this basically means that it's going to be better for 4K resolution high demanding titles that are going to require more than 12 gigs of VRAM, and it's also going to age better down the line for 1440p resolution. So if you want to play the newest high demanding titles down the line at 1440p, this 4070 Ti Super with 16 gigs of VRAM is going to be a lifesaver if that's the case. However, keep in mind that most games do not require more than 12 gigs of VRAM at 1440p resolution, and even at 4K that's the case. When talking about performance, you can expect 120 plus FPS on average on ultra settings at 1440p resolution with this GPU, and over 70 FPS on average at 4K with no DLSS on. So if you turn on the upscaler once again, you can expect around 85 to 90 FPS on average depending on the game and settings. And since you get the fastest CPU in the market, you can expect well over 360 plus FPS on average in esports titles at 1440p competitive settings. And if you want to play competitive shooters at 1080p, you can expect well over 520 FPS on average. So you can buy a 500Hz monitor because they are actually a thing right now, and I did find out recently, so you can expect well over that number with this PC. But it is quite expensive at $1,900. Keep in mind that this is not on a discount, but in my opinion is the best PC that I could find with the RTX 4070 Ti Super, since you also get the best CPU available. And trust me, most PCs with the 4070 Ti Super are way more expensive than this. With the next one, we have the Skytech Chronos. This one is going for $2,100, and it comes with the Ryzen 7 7700X, which is a very good CPU for content creation and gaming. And then you get the RX 7900XTX, which is the second fastest graphics card when it comes to rasterized performance in the entire market, right below the RTX 4090, which is much more expensive. With this system, you can expect 4K ultra settings with no issues, 90 plus FPS on average with no FSR on, which is the AMD upscaler, just like DLSS for Nvidia. So for $2,100, yes, it is expensive, but if you want to play at 4K resolution ultra settings in high demanding titles, this is actually the cheapest PC right now with the 7900XTX, and it also has a great processor, so you are not going to be getting any bottlenecks. And on top of that is on a $360 discount, which is actually amazing, and in my opinion the price is really good for $2,100 since you are getting this level of performance. If you try to build a PC with the 7900XTX, you can expect to pay around $1,900 to $2,000, so for actually a really similar price, you are getting a Prebuilt PC here. And then if you want the best of the best when it comes to gaming performance, I recommend you this Omen 45L with the i9 13900K and the RTX 4090. This one is not only going to be great for gaming at 4K, but it's also going to be very good for content creation and productivity work. Even though if that's the case for you and you're a professional creator, I do recommend you upgrading the memory to at least 64 gigs of RAM, especially as I said before, if you are a professional. Now, if you're going to do gaming and you want the best of the best, this one is $3,200 and it's going to give you the best performance when it comes to gaming in the entire market, and you will be able to achieve 110 plus FPS on average at 4K resolution, native by the way, no DLSS on, so very high frame rates, and it's also the best one when it comes to ray tracing performance. There's not much that I have to say here. You can play any game if you want because you are getting the best of the best, and if you have more money to spend, you can get systems that are going to have more memory, more storage, and maybe a faster CPU for content creation. So if you are a content creator or you just have more money and you want to spend it, you will have my bonus recommendations down below in the video description for PCs that are more expensive, and also for a system that's around $2,600 because I did not cover that budget throughout this video, but there is a system that will allow you to play any game that you want, and it's also going to be amazing for creation. That's around $2,600. So bonus PCs will be in the description if you want a more expensive system or if you want a cheaper one. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, that's going to help the channel a lot. And if you need personal PC help because you are having a hard time deciding on which system to buy, the top link in the description is going to be my personal PC help, where you can ask me anything and I will be replying to you with the perfect PC for your budget and your needs. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.